Good morning, everybody. This is Toucan Dragon, and welcome back to Digimon Rearise. Last night was the release of the new Step Up banner, featuring a guaranteed brave HerculesKabuterimon with a chance to pull a devoted Magnadramon. To be honest, with the Lilithmon banner out at the same time, it's a little difficult to choose which one to go for. I know Lilithmon is a little lackluster right now, but I have a good feeling that sometime soon in the future, she'll begin to shine. That being said, this is a step-up banner, so by default, it's going to be slightly more superior than the limited summon banner, due to the guaranteed mega. But what also gives this banner a slight edge is the fact that both Digimon are support Digimon, and one of them, being Magnadramon, is the best devoted unit we have currently in Global. So before we get started, I just wanted to mention that for this video, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to be using a different format. So let me know if you guys prefer this format or the older one. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to compare Magnadramon's stats first with Magnadramon and HerculesKabuterimon. Because I feel like Magnadramon, to be honest, at least her skills, are a combination between these two Digimon. So first off, let's go over her HP. Her HP is at 6133, which compared to Magnadramon's HP is lower at 5474, but matches HerculesKabuterimon HP again at 6133. So Magnadramon and HerculesKabuterimon, they can take hits. However, Magnadramon can take more hits due to her defense. Her defense is at 1584, which is higher than HerculesKabuterimon 1210, as well as Magnadramon's defense again at 1210, same as HerculesKabuterimon. So right off the bat, Magnadramon has high defense for a devoted unit. I believe right now in Global, she would be ranked in the highest defense, next to Ophanimon. Now looking at her tech, with these type of units, they're not going to do a lot of damage. They're mostly here for support. So her tech's at 1936, compared to Magnadramon, who's at 1936 too. But HerculesKabuterimon is a little bit higher at 2183. But still, these units are not going to do much damage. They're not here to do damage, they're here for support. So keep that in mind. So tech won't be as important, but it is good to have at least somewhat decent tech to do slightly more damage. But anyways, looking at their speed, the speed is the same all throughout. Speed 12, speed 12, speed 12. These units are not going to be as fast as other units out there because they're supposed to be slow and tanky. Which, to be honest, Magnadramon does that job pretty well with that high HP and that high defense. Now, comparing her to other devoted Digimon we have right now, ones are not free to play. We have here Regulmon and Ophanimon. Now looking at her HP again, comparing to these other two Digimon, her HP is high with Regulmon, which they are both at 6133, and Ophanimon's HP is at 4682. However, Ophanimon has the edge with her defense, being a devoted unit with the best defense. Same as Magnadramon, which has the same defense as Ophanimon, 1584. Now, Regulmon's defense is at 1210, which is the same as the two free-to-play Digimon that we have, Magnadramon and HerculesKabuterimon, which I went over before. Now, looking at their techs, Magnadramon's tech is at 1936, Ophanimon's tech is going to be higher at 2683, and so is Regulmon, which is at 2683. But again, these units are not going to do much damage. And now looking at the speed, about the same, 1212, except Regulmon, which has slightly higher speed at 27, which gives Regulmon a slight edge, but again, Regulmon is used for a different purpose, which is to technically buff Omegamon. Alright, now going over Magnadramon's abilities, we're going to compare her at a skill level 1 to Magnadramon and HerculesKabuterimon, because I believe, again, that she's a mix between these two Digimon. She has the best parts of these two, plus a little bit more. And these two Digimon here, they're free to play. You could get them in the underworld. But anyways, going through the main skill, Magnadramon's main skill, Holy Flame, does 280% damage to 3 enemies. Which, it's decent, it's normal damage for that many enemies to hit. However, she boosts all allies' tech damage resistant by 30%. This is pretty good. Now, right now in the meta, we have Omegamon, who is extremely dominant, on first place in the trending, and then we have the next attacker, Alphamon, being in third place in trending. We have kind of a mix between tech and power, but we mostly have power dominant meta right now. We still have some teams that feature Gaomon and Ulforce, and now since Lilithmon's out, we have some teams with her, which she's tech. So right now, this ability has a place in the meta. Not as much as it will down the line, because some better Digimon will come out with much better abilities that are tech, and she'll be able to deal with them. Now looking at her last part of her main skill, boosts all allies' block rate by 30% for 2 turns. This is really good. Yes, we have Omegamon out in the battle park, and his main skill ignores block rate completely. But it's his main skill. It's not his attacks, it's not his sub-skill, it's just his main skill. And he only does that for 2 opponents. Where Magnadramon buffs all your allies' block rate by 30%. So even if he does manage to take out 2 of your Digimon, he won't be able to take them out with his sub or normal attack because their block rate will be pretty up there, and if you're running a defensive team, you're going to be fine. At least most of the time. Now comparing her main skill with Magnadramon deals damage to all enemies by 170%, which is pretty low, but again, it's all enemies, so it's there. The only difference is that Magnadramon's main skill is more offense support, where she wants to buff your allies' tech and power by 30%, versus Magnadramon, who wants to buff your defense, or at least just your tech defense by 30%. Well, both your tech and block rate, to be honest, so kind of a general defense going on, but mostly tech. In that regard, I feel like Magnadramon, of course, is going to be better, because of that tech damage resistant, plus that block rate. Yes, with a Magnadramon, you could possibly do more damage, but again, Magnadramon could survive more, could survive longer. And with her sub-skill, it makes her so much more better. Now looking at Pleasermon's main skill, 280% damage to the enemies, the same as Magnadramon, except to 3 of those enemies, she has a chance to deal 50% stun. Stun is not good as it once was, because we have Digimon that can negate stun. And Pleasermon's main skill decreased the block rate by 3 enemies by 30%. Kind of the reverse of Magnadramon's all allies block rate up, but except Pleasermon's decrease is only for 3 enemies, so it's okay. There's nothing else to say more about that main skill. So now going to the more juicy part, which is her sub-skill, Revive Recovery, which shows she's a combination between Pleasio and Magnadramon. Now her sub-skill, revive 1 ally with 50% HP, and on top of that, she'll heal all your allies by 25% HP. It doesn't seem like much, but she's doing 2 things in the same time, so you're wasting less turns doing things. And her passive skill makes her even more better. Her main passive skill is that she's immune to skill lock. For 1 turn, but still, she's immune to skill lock. That's where Magnadramon and Pleasermon fall. And to be honest, that's where all the other devoted Digimon fall. Yes, each devoted Digimon has their own gimmick, which makes them good, but it doesn't mean anything if they get skill locked. Now, Magnadramon, she prevents skill lock, at least just to herself. So she can still get those heals in and revive. And for some reason, if an enemy skill locks your best Digimon and knocks it out, because they weren't able to set up because of that skill lock, you pop that sub-skill, it's back up, and he'll no longer be skill locked. So it's pretty good. On top of that, in her passive, she reduces all enemies' tech by 30%. So she's not only increasing your tech damage resistant by 30% with her main skill, but she's reducing all your enemies' tech by 30% with her passive. It's just for 2 turns, but still, it's pretty good. And to be honest, this will make Ulforce and Gaomon underperform even more. With her out, we're going to see more power probably after this season. So yeah, Magnadramon's pretty good. I like her, and on top of it, she's part of a step up, so you go all the way, you'll get that HerculesKabuterimon for free. Well, not for free, but guaranteed. And while you're getting there, you have a chance to get her. And once you get to that top of the step up 5, her chances increase by 1.3. Next, we're going to look at our guaranteed mega, HerculesKabuterimon. But I'm going to be calling him HerculesKabu because HerculesKabuterimon is way too long to say. Anyways, this Digimon wants to be a brave support. So I'm going to compare him with Seraphimon, who also wants to be a brave support, and the free-to-play Mega Brave Boltmon, and half-assly Alphamon. But anyways, looking at their stats, HerculesKabu's HP is at 5091, which is the same across the board with Seraphimon and Boltmon. However, the difference here is the power, which is at 3520, which is higher than these two, which Seraphi's at 3305, and Bolt is at 3131. HerculesKabu's defense is at 1613, which is compared to Seraphimon's 1339, and even Boltmon's 1120, which is the lowest, but again, he's free to play. And also, if we compare HerculesKabu's defense with Alphamon's at 1584, and Kabu is at 1613, which makes him a little bit more bulkier than Alphamon, but Alphamon does have extra HP at 6860 versus HerculesKabu's 5091. Now, looking at their speed, HerculesKabu's speed's at 30, which is pretty high compared to these two, which have Seraphi at 27 and Boltmon at 27. And if you want to compare it to Alphamon, Alphamon's at 8. So, for a bulky brave Digimon, he has pretty high speed. Now let's look at his main skill. His main skill is Giga Blaster, which does 280% damage to 3 enemies, while reducing their defense by 30% for 2 turns, and reducing their counterattack rate by 30% for 2 turns. He debuffs the enemy and gives a chance for your heavy hitters like Omegamon and Alphamon and even Ulforce to go in and do their thing. Now comparing him to Seraphimon, Seraphimon does 220% damage to all enemies, and he ignores block, which, to be honest, I think that 220% to all enemies is the highest to all enemy damage we have. I might be wrong, but the ignores block helps him a lot. And he also has that 20% reduction in counter rate, which is kind of similar to HerculesKabu's, but he does it to everybody, while HerculesKabu does it to just 3 enemies. And HerculesKabu's at 30%, while Seraphi's at 20%. HerculesKabu's sub-skill kind of adds into his main skill. We have the 130% damage to all enemies, which it's garbage, but that's not what we're doing this for. We're going to do it for the secondary effect. Reduce power and attack of all enemies by 30% for 2 turns. This, paired with the main skill, it's pretty good. Right now in the meta, we have mostly power because of Omegamon and Alpha, but we still have tech units like Gaio and Ulforce. This will help reduce their output damage. Now, it's going to be different if the AI is going for you, but if you're the one controlling this Digimon, if you're the one attacking, not defending, then this could be very useful. Especially since Lilithmon is in the meta now. Now, she's not high up there, but she's in the pool. She's in there. And even though she's not doing much, her abilities are pretty good. So this makes sure she stays in the bottom, while also keeping Ulforce and Gaio in check, and slightly debuffing Omegamon and Alphamon. Especially if you pair HerculesKabu with Magnadramon, which Magnadramon lowers tech of all enemies and increases tech resistance of your allies, So it makes Tech Digimon right now underperform quite a bit. But again, that's if you pair them together. And if you're defending, it won't be as good. If you're the one attacking, controlling this Digimon, then it will be pretty decent. Next, looking at the passive skill. For both of them, they have the same passive. All brave allies are immune to dot. Poison, burn, and error for 1 turn. It's the basic passive support skill. The only thing that sucks is that it's specific and not generalized. To be honest, this step up is decent due to the fact that HerculesKabu is our guaranteed mega. But he's okay. If he was the featured in his own limited summon banner, that banner would probably be a skip. But since he's in a step up banner with a really good devoted Digimon, Magnadramon, then that makes this banner worth it. Well, that's what I think. But what do you guys think? Do you like this banner? Is it worth going broke to try to get Magnadramon? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be making different types of nerdy content pretty soon, so be sure you subscribe and press that little bell icon. And don't forget to like this video while you're at it. This has been 2 Can Dragon, and if I can, you can too. Bye guys.